Hey guys, it's the Gundam Boy. The Geriatrics Empire may have killed my source of producing videos, but nothing can suppress liberty. Behold, Da Vinci! But we're gonna be looking at plasma weapons today, so get ready for... Today's video is brought to you by Rory 2094. Ask no more. So we're going to be looking at the Scorcher, the Purifier, Plasma Punisher, which can be shortened to PP, the Loyalist, and the Accelerator Rifle. A common trend among the plasma weapons is that they are great at dealing a shit ton of damage, but at the cost of how much ammo you can carry. So we're going to take a look at the classic, starting off with the Scorcher. Damage 200, capacity of 20, recoil of 20, and a fire rate of 350. It sports medium armor pen and explosive rounds. Then we have the Punisher Plasma, which has 250 damage, 10 capacity, 110 recoil, and 80 fire rate. And it also sports medium armor pen and explosive rounds. We'll also be looking at the Plas 101 Purifier. Damage of 500, capacity of 15, recoil of 20, and a fire rate of 1000. With medium armor pen, charge up, and explosive. With the Accelerator Rifle, we have a damage of 350, capacity of 9, recoil of 3, and a fire rate of 550. I almost said 350, I'm tripping. It also sports medium armor penetration and explosive rounds. Then we have the Plas 15 Loyalist, which has 125, 7 capacity, 8 recoil, and 1000 fire rate, with medium armor penetrating, one-handed, charge up, and explosive. So one of the first things we're going to look at is the longest range weapon here. It's the Sniper. This Sniper has the longest range, as the bullet drop-off isn't that noticeable even at 200 meters. But when you look at things like Scorcher, that drop-off is a little bit more noticeable when you shoot it longer down the range. And the gun that you can see it a lot is the Purifier. But that isn't consistent, because if you shoot individual bullets and you don't full charge it, you have a little less bullet drop, but it's still a significant amount of drop. Dropping like babies on their head, like then the Plasma Punisher. That gun is the worst when it comes to range. Look at that, drops right in front of you. Then we have the highest damage, which is, I'm gonna have to say, it's the Purifier. That thing charges up to 500 damage, slaps enemies. But the Sniper is underneath it because, I mean, like, 3 shots of 350 is pretty good. But we'll talk about that in a second. Then we have the Scorcher, which is the GOAT for consistency, because this gun will not fail you. Its damage is rakatatatata. Then we have Plasma Punisher with the lowest damage, but 250 is nothing to scoff at, so... And it fucking explodes everything. But I'm not here to look at a deep dive for the weapons. I know there's fire rate, and we all know the Purifier can shoot slower in terms of how much damage maybe the Sniper does. But we're not looking at the paper data. We're looking at how it fucking fares in combat. Because remember guys, war isn't battled on paper. It happens at Waffle House. Save it for Irwin. I'm not that smart. He can do it. So, how does it fare against the bugs? Well, the primaries are ranked as order. I'd say it's a tie between the Scorcher and the Purifier because both are very cracked at what they do. Both can kill large groups of bugs, with one being capable of shooting quickly while doing consistent damage, but the Purifier can alternate between doing max damage or swapping to rapid fire. I'd say the Plasma Punisher comes in second due to it lacking firepower in higher difficulties, but it's still a killer with the splash damage, meaning any of those hordes of hunters can get swiped out of the way. And then I'm gonna put the Kill Zone Sniper in last, because who wants to get caught with their pants down with only 3 bursts left? That's not great against a wall of brood commanders. Help me! But how does it fare against the bots? Well, I'm gonna have to put the Purifier a little bit higher than the Scorcher, and I'll explain why, as this gun is a killer for taking out all of the faction's units. That doesn't make just Scorcher any weaker, it's just the utility's more powerful. When you hit a unit with a full charge, it just splashes bot troopers, it will push devastators, it will kill those fucking striders in one shot. Assuming you hit it right. The ability to swap from smacking hard to rapid fire just puts this gun in such a good position, even if it has a heavier bullet when it fires at farther ranges. But I mean, look at this tiny ass scope. Do you really want to aim beyond 200 meters? And I personally put this here because just in my combat role, I typically focus on the medium targets. Then we have the Scorcher, which is a generalist of the guns. It's not sacrificing range or damage, but it's keeping it balanced against the automatons, because this gun is the easiest to pick up against the bots, since it can slap damage with its full auto. Left, right, left, right, right, left. When it comes to the PP, it is great at slapping enemies around. Any trooper caught in this will spell instant death, and anything bigger gets just pushed around. It's like making them move. Look at this, juggle. And the sniper is last, but it's not exactly bad against the bots. It can do some solid damage against heavy devs and, you know, it's 3 burst, but it really struggles with gunning down massive groups of enemies. And yeah, look at that ammo consumption, it's disgusting. Definitely not something to bring above difficulty 6, or if you're a newbie, I wouldn't touch this. Against the Squids, the Scorcher is great at killing all of the foot soldiers. I'm putting this motherfucker at 1 because the voteless is dust. The overseers are dust. The elevated ones are dusty. Fuck those guys. Purifier is a level down, just because, you know, the full capacity of the charge is nice, but the enemies shoot back are very accurate, which can really lead to concerning moments where you have to choose to dive or run, because balancing between hordes and shooting enemies can make it struggle in close quarters combat. And with plasma, it's very dangerous to get close. Observe. And when it goes against the PP, it is here, as it can juggle all the enemies around, making it a breeze on all the missions, since its blast range and stagger fucks! And you can push harvesters around, look at this, bully moment. And for the sniper, well, it's gaga! Because, sure, it can slap those overseers, but who wants to be stuck with 3 burst charges in a perfect full auto environment? But let's change gears for a second. I don't want to hate too much on this gun, so we'll talk about the Loyalist instead. The Loyalist is a solid handgun. It's basically a pocket purifier with the DPS of a Scorcher. You know, you charge it up a little bit, bang, bang. And it's a fun gun to blast back enemies. It's a really good weapon to fall back on if you're not trusting any of your other sidearms. Or your teammates. But is there a gun that's better than one or the other? No, unless you're the sniper. These are the 4 horsemen of spreading liberty, and the sniper is the horse that needs to be taken out in the back and shot. And that sucks, because it seemed like a cool idea for a plasma sniper, but the Purifier can do the same job but with less range. Doesn't change the fact that I'm gonna bring it, I'm still gonna drag this gun everywhere. Let's go!